This template only calculates IRR. And if we look at the bottom, we have a general info page, loan amortization, an APOD, stretch APOD, pre-tax sales proceeds, and finally the internal rate of return. So we start with the basics, who you are, the client, all that kind of stuff. So in this example, we're going to look at a condo, okay? So let's say we're going to buy this condo for $600,000. And we're going to put the holding term in as 3 years because this template is built by default to a 3-year analysis. Let's assume the rate of appreciation is going to be 6% per year. So there's your future price. And IRR is a closed model, so we have to make some assumption about the future. We'll say we're going to have sales costs of 10%. Let me go over here to the financing. And we'll say you have an 80% loan to value. So your loan amount's $480, down payment's $120. No other costs of acquisition. Your interest rate, we'll say, is 3.5, amortized over 30 years. Okay? And except for building the APOD, that's really all you have to do. So go here to the loan amortization page, and everything's done. Okay? Here's all your payments down below. This is built out for 3 years or 36 months. At the top of the template here, we have something called a loan amortization matrix. This is similar to what we teach in Course 2 of Does It Pencil. And it summarizes year by year by year. This is a 3-year default template. This column is your annual debt service. This column is your interest. Here's your principal. And finally, the balance at the end of each year. Now, keep this in mind, the balance, because you have to copy paste the correct value into the pre-tax sales proceeds, depending on how long your analysis is, what your holding term is. All right, now we'll go up and build an APOD. So we have one unit, and we'll say they're paying us $2,800 a month in rent. Okay, so you're going to have $33,600 a year in total income, no vacancy. Come to your taxes, say they're going to be $6,000. And let's say that your insurance is going to be $800. And let's throw $100 a month repairs and maintenance, $1,200 a year. And this is a condo. So we'll make an assumption here about HOAs of $300 per month or $3,600 per year. And the tenant pays everything else. Here's your total expenses, net operating income, annual debt service, and here's your pre-tax cash flow. So out of the gate, you're losing almost $4,000 a year negative cash flow. Come over here to the stretch APOD, and this summarizes all the operations on the previous page, year 1 APOD form. Let's assume here that you can bump the rent by 5% in year 2 and 5% in year 3. So you can see your negative cash flow goes down quite significantly, but you're still negative cash flowing. Come over here to pre-tax sales proceeds. So this red cell here, the mortgage balances, this is where you have to come back over here and figure out either what year you're in or which payment you're in. You can do it either way, but you have to import the value of the balance of the payoff of the note into pre-tax sales proceeds. That's why this cell is red. And then we come to internal rate of return. So here's a summary of all the cash flows. Okay, this is the down payment. This comes from the stretch APOD. This comes from the stretch APOD. And the way this is built is this cell here, which is cell G as in George 13, that comes from here. That's this value. And the pre-tax sales proceeds is here, and it gets pasted here. Okay? It's these two together, added together, because you always add together the cash flows to the sales proceeds in the year of sale or reversion. That's how this template is built to do this. And you can see here, your internal rate of return is 15.25%. So in this example, what we're seeing is that the only way this becomes a good deal is if your assumptions about appreciation at 6% per year, in fact, do hold. So this is the internal rate of return analysis template.